Let's go live now to CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes, close to President-elect Donald Trump in West Palm Beach, Florida. Trump now posting to social media, Nancy, about this deal. What can you tell us about that?
Well, he is claiming at least partial credit, Liz. He's calling it an epic ceasefire agreement, and he is claiming that it could only have happened because he was elected in November. What he is saying is that the fact that he has been arguing for weeks that there would be hell to pay if there wasn't a hostage deal before he came into office next week, that he's saying that pushed the parties across the finish line. And he goes on to say in this statement, "We have achieved so much without even being in the White House. Just imagine all the wonderful things that will happen when I return to the White House." Now, I imagine the Biden administration would quibble with this characterization. They have been engaged in these very delicate on and off negotiations for months. But you're already hearing from Republicans on Capitol Hill, like Senator John Cornyn of Texas, who's saying it is no coincidence that this is getting over the finish line now with just a few days until Donald Trump takes office.
Of course, both sides trying to take credit for this, Nancy, but it's worth noting, as Margaret Brennan brought up in that special report, that this deal came together thanks in part to a member of the Biden administration and the Trump team working together to get this deal accomplished.
Right. This was an unusual situation where the Biden team really looped in Trump negotiators from the very beginning, kept them posted on every twist and turn in this negotiation, in part because the Biden administration is hoping to influence Trump on the Middle East going forward when he is president and the Biden team doesn't have any say anymore. They know that Trump views the situation there somewhat differently than they do, and they thought that this was a way to kind of bring his team in on the early side so he would understand some of the complexities that they have been dealing with ever since this war first broke out a year and a half ago.
Yeah, no question that the president-elect is going to be taking credit for this in the next weeks to come, especially as we start to see these hostages being released. Any indication, has the president given any indication on the other foreign conflicts that are happening right now and what he plans to do in those particular conflicts?
Well, he's made it very clear that he would like to see the war in Ukraine come to an end. In fact, Pete Hegseth, his nominee for Secretary of Defense, said something interesting yesterday. He said, "We all know who the aggressor is in that war," meaning Russia, stating the obvious, but going a step further than Trump is usually willing to do when he's speaking about the war in Ukraine. He doesn't like to speak negatively about Vladimir Putin or Russia, but we know that he is interested in some kind of negotiated solution. And he even made the case at one point that he would have this all worked out even before he enters the White House. That's obviously not going to be the case. He's being sworn in just 5 days now. But he has said that he wants to get this dealt with quite quickly. So we'll be able to watch and see if he actually has a plan to do that, if he has a plan to bring the leaders to the table, something that they have been unwilling to do once he takes office on January 20th.
CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes, thank you so much for that.